Hi there guys, welcome to another video. So we've got issue number 61. Now in the grand scheme of things for 40k Conquest, we've now reached the 3/4 way mark. So there's 80 issues in total, we're now at 61. So we've got 20 to go including this. Hot on the heels from this video, we'll have issue 62 and issue 63 will be up on Wednesday. So we'll be bang up to date. And my apologies to anyone out there who's been waiting for me. Anyway, so let's get straight into this. We have got 2 sprues of terrain. We've got Imperial Rejectives. So let's have a quick flip through here and then we'll build this stuff up. Right. In this issue, your objectives are just in reach, all 13 of them. All you have to do is follow our guides and your new Imperial Objectives will be ready for you to fight over on the battlefield. While the paper tokens you have used for objective markers in the past work just fine, building, painting and playing with objective marker models adds much more depth to your games. When they're completed, you'll be able to pick and choose exactly what forces you'll be fighting for, making for ever more thematic missions no matter which objectives you choose. But this issue, you won't have to, since the mission will see you fighting over all of them. Happy hobbying. So what else have we got in the issue? 1,000 Suns. Learn about the 1,000 Suns and their Primarch Magnus the Red. Powerful sorcerers in the service of Sinech. Please tell me how to pronounce that properly in the comments. Thank you. Then we've got a showcase showing some pictures of them, how to build your objectives, how to paint them. And then we've got tutorial number 22, Mechanicus Warzone, an introduction to using your new battle mat and your Imperial objectives in your games. And then rules mission 25, Relentless Contagion. Both sides race to capture as many objectives as they can in this exciting new mission. So that sounds pretty good. And that sounds like it's going to be a good mission as well. All 13 objectives, it's going to be quite cool. See how we're going to control all of those. Okay, 1,000 Suns. Masters of warp sorcery, the 1,000 Suns are the most powerful and favoured mortal servants of the chaos god Zenech, however you say it. When the 1,000 Suns march to war, the air around them crackles with the power of the warp. An aura of madness radiates from the psychic core of the traitor legion, twisting hope and despair as these chaos-bound warriors emerge into the battlefield at gaping tears in reality. Wow. So what we've got here, the conflagration of war. After the Great Rubric, the 1,000 Suns were reorganised into 9 great cults. They've been a threat to the Imperium ever since. With the opening of the Great Rift, they may burn the galaxy to cinders. Most horrifying is the possibility that their campaigns may be designed to hide an even more deadly plot. And then it lists the 9 different cults here. Cult of prophecy, time, mutation, scheming, magic, knowledge, change, duplicity and manipulation. Okay, then it's got a little bit about Prospero, which is the planet where Magnus the Red comes from. A little bit about the fall of Magnus. And then we've got our showcase. So this one is Magnus himself. Now he's a really nice model. Magnus the Red, Demon Primarch of the 1,000 Suns. And then we've got a little bit of individual models. Then we've got how to build our objectives. Little paint guide on them as well. So that all looks very nice. Okay. So, tutorial number 22, Mechanicus Warzone. Your new battle mat represents the mechanical districts of Corvon 2 that are in the process of being overrun by the Death Guard. Here we show you how to lay out your mat and where to place the various pieces of scenery you will receive as part of your subscription. You will receive as part of your... That's written almost like it's issue number 1, if you know what I mean. Anyway, cool. So our armoured containers come back. We have got the galvanic servo haulers right there. Ammunition crates here. I'm not sure if we get more in this issue. Let's have a quick look. There's a couple more ammo crates it looks like. Yeah, or at least one. Yep, so we get that. And then we've got Promethean barrels, which we've already received ages ago. There's no more of those this issue. So that's cool. Then on to our Imperial Rejectives. So we've got the Medicae equipment, Comms Command Center, Scatterfield Generator, Sacred Reliquary, Power Screen Projectors, and Ammunition Cache, or Cache. Sacred Reliquary. That looks really nice actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types. We'll see what we get in there. Okay, then we've got our mission, Relentless Contagion. What little of Kalon still stands is now lost to the Imperium. Clouds of plague flies buzz through the streets and poxwalkers amble aimlessly amidst the destruction. The city is wreathed in thick poisonous fog and her rivers run thick and yellow, like torrents of pus. Grim. Okay, so hold back the horde. This mission includes an extra piece of printed terrain to place on your battle mat. You can find this piece of terrain on the inside back cover of this magazine. You'll need to place it on the mat in the location shown before you begin playing this mission. Which is interesting because it says it's on the inside back cover of this magazine, and it is not, very frustratingly. In fact, let me just tear into issue 62 a little bit early to see if it's in there. Opening this before I've done issue 61. Dear oh dear. Heresy. No, it's not in there either. Okay. Anyway, we'll get back to that. So this mission uses an additional piece of terrain printed on the back inside of the cover of the magazine. Place it on your battle mat in the space shown above. The circular grate is the main objective. No models are allowed to move through, over, or onto the circular grate. So our armies are, so bearing in mind we have got lots and lots of different objectives. Our armies are Typhus, 3 units of 10 Poxwalkers, 30 Poxwalkers on the field. Brilliant. 10 Chaos Cultists and 5 Plague Marines up against the Primaris Chaplain, the Primaris Ancient, 2 units of 5 Intercessors, 5 Reavers, and 3 Aggressors. So that's very interesting. Sounds good. Deployment is Space Marines here, Death Guard here. Death Guard player takes the first turn. The victory conditions are the Space Marine player is victorious if they manage to stop any of the Poxwalkers reaching the water pipe. Death Guard player wins the game if they manage to get any Poxwalker models onto base contact with the centre of the water pipe, marked in red. Yeah, so they've got loads of stuff marked in red. Let me have a quick look. Right, okay. So, I'm pretty sure there's a misprint here. The victory conditions are the Space Marine player is victorious if they manage to stop any of the Poxwalkers reaching the water pipe marked in red. I cannot see any water pipes marked in red there. Death Guard player wins the game if they manage to get any Poxwalker models into base contact with the centre of the water pipe. Again, none on there. The things that are marked in red are objectives, most of which are stuff that we received before this issue, but there are some others. So I think that this victory conditions part is all wrong. I believe it's all wrong. And hopefully we'll find out more in the future, and I'll do an update on that if they do resolve it. But yeah, basically there's no terrain on the back cover. There's no water pipe marked in red on here. So yeah. Yep. I don't get it. Anyway, we'll move on. Our next issue is Galvanic Servo Holders Roll In, which is good. And then 63, we've got another bunch of Poxwalkers, which means that this is the same sprue as we had a few weeks ago, and it means that we get to make up the alternative version of our final Plague Marine that we had there. But there you go. Anyway, let's make up our objectives and then have a look. Right, so let's have a look. So there were some things that didn't require any assembly. So they are these, which are our power screen projectors. We had 2 weapons caches, no assembly required. And then we had another 2 that we just had to glue on the lid. That's the first one. Here's the nicer one of the 2, which I like. So that's good. We have the Medicae equipment. So one is like an operating table. The other is this kind of medical droid, which I very much like. And then we've got the scatter field generator, which is nice. We have the comms command center. All of this stuff was a breeze to put together, by the way. Very easy. The most complicated looking one is that, but it's literally 5 pieces. Very simple. And then finally, the bit I like the most is the sacred reliquary. Can't even say it. Which looks like that. And inside we have a sword. So that's very cool. So I like this issue a lot. I hope I haven't made a fool of myself. So yeah, we don't have the extra piece of terrain, and there is no water pipe marks in red. So yeah, that's a shame. Not sure what the reason for that is, and I'm assuming it will get addressed in a later issue. But there you go. That was issue 61. Hope you enjoyed this. I will catch you later for issue 62. See ya.